everyone. So today we are going to revise chapter number 4, that is metals and non-metals. With the help of our concept map only. So let's start with. So in this chapter we all are aware about that term that we call metal. Matter is something which have some mass and occupy some space. Now matter is of two types. We can classify into two types. One is mixture that we will discuss in the higher classes, right? And another is pure substance. Pure substances. So now in this chapter we will discuss about these pure substances, one kind of pure substances. Now pure substances are further of two types. One are elements, another is compound. Elements and compound. Now elements are further we can classify into three types. One is metal, another is non-metals, and third one in between having both the characters that are metalloids. So in this chapter we will discuss about metals and non-metals. Now let us discuss about one by one about metals and non-metals. We will discuss in this chapter, we have already done so that is, now we will discuss about one by one the metals and non-metals. So first of all, we know that the physical properties and chemical properties of metals. Let us discuss about physical properties first. So physical properties of metals. We know that there are general physical properties that are malleable, ductile, high melting and boiling point, MP for melting point, BP for boiling point, good conductors of heat and electricity, right? Also they are sonorous, and solids. Metals are hard, metals are always exist in solid. They are hard except sodium, which can be easily cut with knife, right? So these you can see the general properties of metals and non-metals: malleable, ductile, high melting and boiling point, good conductor of heat and electricity, and hardness and sonority. One more, tensile strength. They have high tensile strength. So these are the general physical properties of metals. right? Now let us discuss about some chemical properties of metals, that how metals react with. So for this I am just erasing physical properties. So now here we are discussing metals react with. One by one we will discuss that how does metal react with. Here we can say this is oxygen. So what will happen when metals will react with oxygen? We know that when metal react with oxygen, they will form metal oxide, and which is basic in nature, right? Then we have metals react with water. That how does they react with water? When metal react with water, they form metal hydroxide, metal hydroxide, or metal oxide with hydrogen gas, with hydrogen gas, right? So this is the reaction of metals with water. Then metals react with acids. We know that when metals react with acids, they form salt and hydrogen gas. So this is the reaction of metals with acids. Same way, when metal react with bases, that when metals react with bases, they form metal salt and hydrogen gas. So these are the four general chemical properties which we have discussed in this chapter, right? I hope you have understood these four. What are the products when they react with different kinds of water and all that. One more important chemical property of metals, that displacement reaction. Displacement reaction is what? When a more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from the compound. That is displacement reaction. This is also a chemical property. Right? We all are aware about this reaction Fe plus CuSO4. It forms iron sulfate plus copper, because iron is more reactive than copper. So it will displace the metal from its compound. This is the displacement reaction. It is very useful also. We can use this displacement reaction to deposit a layer of any other desired metal by using this. Okay. So that is physical and chemical properties of metal. Now let's go to the non-metals. So for non-metals, we will discuss about physical and chemical properties separately. First of all, let's discuss about physical property. For that, I have to erase this. Now we are discussing first physical properties. Physical properties are just opposite to metals that are non-malleable. They are non-ductile. Low melting and boiling point. Can be solid, liquid and gas. They are non-sonorous. They do not produce sound on striking. Poor conductors except graphite. Poor conductors of heat and electricity except graphite, and have low tensile strength. So these are the general physical properties of known metals, right? You can use these points for the differences. Now let's discuss the chemical properties. Chemical properties of known metals. Now, here I am mentioning chemical properties. First, oxygen. When they react with oxygen, they form non-metal oxide. They form non-metal oxide. Now these non-metal oxides are generally acidic or sometimes may be neutral. Right? With oxygen they form non-metal oxide, but this way. Then is water. For water, there is no reaction. So non-metals do not react with water. Then after water, we have acids. For acids also, there is no reaction. Then after acids, then we have base. So very easy way to revise this chapter. Again with bases, the reaction is complicated. We can't say that they will not react. They may react, but the reaction is rare. So it is a complicated reaction. Right? So these are the physical as well as the chemical properties of metals. Sorry, non-metals. Right? Now, apart from these, we can tell about the uses also, uses of metals and non-metals. There are a number of uses of metals and non-metals. So now the metals. Let's come back to metals. Metals can be affected. That means when the metals will be mixed with metal or a non-metal, then they will form a new substance. So this I am doing in the different steps, but you have to make it one continuous concept map. So now the reaction of metals, reaction of metals, when these metals mixed with metals or non-metals. Metals, here you can say mixed with metals or non-metals. Then they form a new substance that are known as alloys. Right? You might have heard the name of brass. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. So there are a number of alloys which are made by mixing metals with non-metals. And these metals, when react with air, that we all know, a common reaction takes place that is known as corrosion. Right? But from corrosion we know that it can be prevented by painting, oiling, and galvanizing. Galvanizing, we know that when layer of zinc is coated over a kind of metal, that is galvanization. Right? Now, something that is in between metals and non-metals, that is metalloids, that is left. So what are metalloids? Metalloids are having some common properties of metals as well as some metals. Have some, like you can take the example of antimony. Antimony is a metalloid, right? Because it have certain properties of metal as some certain properties of non-metal. Certain properties of metals and of non-metals. So they have the properties of both metals as well as non-metals. Right? So that is all from my side for this chapter. So let me revise in 1 minute for you all. That firstly we discuss about matter. Matter is of classified into two categories. One is mixture. Mixture we will discuss in the higher classes, but I would like to share with you one example of mixture, that air. Air is a mixture of gases. Pure substances. Pure substances can be classified into elements and compounds. About compounds you will discuss in class 9. Now in this class 8 we have to discuss about elements. Elements can be classified into 3 types: metals, metalloids, and non-metals. So metals, we discuss about physical and chemical properties of metals. Physical properties of metal: malleability, ductility, sonoricity, good conductors of heat and electricity, high tensile strength, generally solids, right? High melting and boiling point. Then the chemical properties of metal: with oxygen, they form metal oxides, which are basic in nature. With water, they form metal hydroxide or metal oxide with hydrogen gas. And with acids, they form metal salt and hydrogen gas. With bases, they form metal salt and hydrogen gas. And one more, that is displacement, the reaction in which a more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its compound, that is displacement reaction. Right? So these are the general 5 chemical reactions which we have studied in the chapter 4 for class 8, that is metals and non-metals. Then we have non-metals. For non-metals, physical properties are just opposite of metals, that they are non-malleable, non-ductile, non-sonorous, low melting and boiling point. They may exist as solid, liquid, and gas, low tensile strength, right? So these are the physical properties of non-metal. Then we discuss about chemical properties. Reaction of metals, non-metals with oxygen. Then they form non-metal oxide, which is acidic in nature or maybe neutral. With water, they do not react. With acids, they do not react. With bases, the reaction is complicated, right? Then metals mixed with metal or non-metal, then they form a new substance, that are alloys. There are a number of alloys. Solder is an alloy, right? And also we discuss about bronze is an alloy of copper and zinc. So these are used. Then metalloids. Metalloids are the substances which have certain properties of metals and certain properties of non-metals, right? So that is all for this chapter. I hope that you will enjoy and you must have learned this chapter thoroughly, and it will be very helpful for you to revise, right? Thank you, everyone.